This is the Papa and Son podcast.
This is the Papa and Son Sports Podcast. I'm Papa.
Son,
What it do, son?
nothing much.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Cooling. We're here cooling. You know what I'm saying? We're going to come back at y'all. We're going to be more consistent. You know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all miss us. We look so damn good. I know y'all miss us. Right? All right. But I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I want to do a quick record before we get some dinner. And I'm going to try and make some jerk chicken pasta. A kid like it. The rest of them, they don't. But yeah, anything, son? Anything what you got for the people? It's been a minute.
Let's welcome back.
Welcome back. You know what I'm saying? Like Mace. Welcome back. You know what I'm saying? Like Mace and Killer Cam. Murder Mace and Killer Cam. You understand me? So we ain't got no moderator. We ain't got no, you understand? We'll find us one. We'll get us a nice little sexy chick named Stat. Maybe not named Stat, but we'll find us one, a moderator if we need one. But I really just wanted to jump into what we jumping into, son. What we talking about?
Starting off today's topic with Bronny James.
What about Bronny? LeBron James Jr.
And being picked in the NFL draft, second round.
What draft?
55th, the NBA draft.
Okay.
55th, the Los Angeles Lakers to pair up with his father.
Say it one more time?
To be paired up with his father.
Oh, he paired up with his father.
Yeah.
LeBron James Jr., better known as Bronny James, is picked number 55 overall in the second round in the NBA 2024 draft, right? So, when he got picked, first of all, LeBron James have always, not always, but he have said that he would love to play with his son, right? Let's start off with, does he deserve it?
Deserve what?
To be picked in the NBA? Or is it nepotism? A word that many people have been using more and more frequently in this day and time since this stuff is unfolding, primarily because individuals like myself, primarily myself, I use that word. I've been speaking, teaching, educating.
You think everybody takes the same?
Enlightening. Yeah, I do. Because I do believe a lot of people bite off me. I do believe a lot of people listen to my thoughts and my recordings, and they run and they have more star power. They have a larger audience and a larger platform, and more people watch them. So they just run with it. You understand me? And I think this has been happening for years, decades actually. Unless we adapt the ideology of none of us are actually generating any new thoughts, and they're kind of like just in the universe, and we kind of relate to them. Our minds don't necessarily configure any new thoughts. It's already in the universe. Our minds just relate to certain thoughts. You understand? So if we want to look at it from that standpoint, and then, my mind just have grabbed a lot of thoughts from the universe and then put it into cyberspace, and many have taken it from cyberspace. Nepotism, son. Is it?
It is.
It's nepotism.
It is.
So let's give the people.
Not only do I think Bronny's bad necessarily, but he just has underperformed. Fair, but I feel like no matter how good he was, it wasn't going to be some type of underperforming when his dad is the greatest of all time.
The greatest of all time.
Full stop.
Arguably.
Greatest of all time. Full stop. Full stop.
For who?
Full stop.
Full stop? What do you mean?
That's like period. Period. Full stop.
And here's a child that was raised on Kobe. Beast Kobe Bryant has just been his favorite player. And now all of a sudden...
He's my favorite player. Doesn't mean I think he's the greatest of all time.
Okay.
Kobe's my favorite player of all time.
Okay.
But he's not the greatest player in my opinion. But he's my favorite.
Okay. I can take that.
Just saying my favorite doesn't mean he has to be the greatest.
I can take my heart can take that just a little bit more. My heart can take that just a little bit more.
Still my favorite. He's not the greatest.
Yeah, like I said, I think LeBron, especially now that he has Bronny, I think he's still building his case of the greatest of all time. I don't think he's made it there yet, but I still think he's building a hell of a case. All right. So, a quick definition of nepotism. Nepotism is the act of granting an advantage, privilege, or position to relatives or friends in an occupational or field. This field may include, but are not limited to, business, politics, academic, entertainment, sports, religion, and healthcare. You name it. It's like, would that person have ever got that job or that position or that opportunity or chance if they were not connected by some type of relationship, particularly family or friends, to someone else in a position and to hand them down that job? Now, here in America, we have seen that a lot, even though I think statistics would say that most millionaires are made, and it's not passed down and everything like that. Me personally, I kind of call bullshit on that, but hey, that's what the statistics would say as far as millionaires, but that doesn't say anything necessarily about wealth or stability or things being passed down, because I think we know. I don't know if that's clean or dirty. If you want to fit it with something, fit it with it or something. But but yes, so that's what nepotism is. So in this case, many people are saying that LeBron James Jr., Bronny James, is not NBA quality. He's not NBA caliber, and he probably would have never made it to the NBA. And he doesn't deserve to be picked. So, what do you say? You say it's nepotism, and he doesn't deserve to be picked, right?
It is nepotism, but it's because if his last name was not James, no, he would not be in the NBA right now. But I don't necessarily think that's necessarily a bad thing on LeBron's part. As LeBron's part, that's what you want. You want your kid to be in the best positions, to do what he get a chance at it, right? I don't think Bronny is necessarily a bad player. I think Bronny can become a great player. He already has great defense. If he develops the rest of the game, yes, he can become a great player. But I didn't think he's just LeBron's just pinning his son in a situation to succeed. And you can't fault him for that. But does he necessarily deserve, based off what he's done, would he have been drafted without the last name James? No. Well, like, especially, it's not like he got taken in the first round. He got taken in the late second. That's like nothing in the NBA. Which I learned recently. Draft picks are like way less important than the NBA. Like way less. It's crazy.
Yeah, see, with that being said, I'm going to stick on that topic. I'm sorry, actually, I'm going to stick on that topic of the draft picks. I had we can't go back and find a starter, actually, since Luis Scola that's been drafted number 55 overall. We have some bench players. None of these guys that I know. I'm not even trying to be funny. I don't even want to necessarily, I ain't gonna say waste my breath. But well, Luis Scola in 2002 is the only starter that was picked at number 55. I don't know if he even started coming off right away, but if you look at most of the individuals that was picked at number 55, it says dropped, in the bench, backup. Most of them either in the bench, drop, or backup, right? No player name that really jumps out. Bronny James 2024 did it. Going backwards, we have Isaiah Wong, Guy Santos, Aaron Wiggins, Jay Scrubs, Cal Guy, Arnold, something like that in the Hornets in 2018. I ain't gonna keep saying these names because nobody gonna know who the hell they are. So when we say that, they say a lot of people say, "Oh, he didn't deserve it." As my son just said, I'm not gonna say per se he didn't deserve it. I will say I don't know. I don't think he's NBA ready. I don't even think that he is like I don't think he's I think he's beyond mediocre and mid tier even on the college level.
I don't think he should, I also don't think he should have came out this year. I think he should stay at least another year to develop his game more. But I'm sure his dad's almost done. make sure to play with his dad. I think LeBron's almost done. I think 2 more years, man.
So you don't think he'll get a chance to play with Bryce? You don't think
He'll be,
if his body holds
if it
up,
gets if he like make an effort to because 2 more. I say 2 more years. And then Bryce is what he will be in the league like
2026, I thought they said he'll be eligible.
2026. Then he'll be like right like he'll be like that'll be like his last year.
Yeah,
He plays right. That's his last year.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I can see him sticking
And
around.
that's only because he wants to play with Bryce. That's not necessarily. Oh, I'm so playing.
What do you think is okay? Let's start from the Suns' mindset. What do you think Bronny James' mindset is? What do you think he's thinking? Do you think? I understand that you said, but you were also speaking from the leader, and you also speaking from a paternal aspect of you, but from the son, from the child aspect of you. Do you want that type of favoritism? Do you want that type of nepotism? Do you think Bronny feels some kind of way? Do you think Bronny? How do you think from LeBron James Jr. standpoint he feels?
I feel like it's mostly going to be the media that gets to him because obviously, like he feels that like his ability could get him somewhere in the league. I don't think he doubts himself to where he like I don't do this at all. I feel like yes, I'm sure whether he like fully like wants to say it, he knows his dad did help him, but he feels that like he can do this. Like he can do this.
Okay, so do you say you think he has to acknowledge it somewhere down there?
Like,
he actually,
whether it's like conscious or not, in the back of his mind, he acknowledges. I'm sure he acknowledges that his dad did help him in some way get in that situation. That kind of becomes even more present that he got drafted to the Lakers.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when we go. But I do like because I mean, like I said, I always thought that they were gonna play together because that's what LeBron has said for some years now. So that was kind of like a no-brainer. I just thought maybe possibly he would even go higher in the draft. I think maybe not from an ability and skill standpoint, but from a star power standpoint. I thought somebody else would pick him up. They would just to draw that star power, just to get those seats filled, just to get that type of sale. But like I said, LeBron's from the father standpoint, most definitely secured. That bag. Well, the bag been secure. You know what I'm saying? The bag been secure. LeBron secured that bag for his family years ago. You know what I'm saying? That money that he's made, as long as they are able to stay as financially savvy as they are, and they're gonna be straight. But it's most definitely a added bonus that LeBron is actually putting his son in their position to get their own bags. No different than Deion Sanders, no different than LaMelo Ball. I'm sorry, not LaMelo Ball, LeVar Ball with his sons. We see these things and we see that it was an uproar in the Black community. A lot of people would say an uproar in the Black community of haters saying that Bronny didn't deserve it and this, that, the fourth, and the fifth. Then I had one homie, shout out, but I had one homie say something that basically like y'all haters just upset that you wasn't able, that you couldn't leave. I don't think that is necessarily coming from, and that's the thing. That's why I'm very, very critical in this situation because I don't think that hate is necessarily coming from the fathers. I think, that hate or that hurt, because I don't think it's hate. I think it's more hurt that we see an individual that most people was like, oh, wow, I'm probably better than him. Or, oh, wow, whatever have you. But I said the young man deserved it because he worked his butt off and he even went into cardiac arrest playing the game. While he's playing the game, he's given his all, literally, to the game. So I most definitely think he deserves it. I most definitely think he worked his butt off. But like I said, I think individuals are hurt because I do believe that it is some truth to, like, damn, my father, my mother, my parents, because I've heard it before, they didn't leave me anything or they didn't pass down nothing. You know what I'm saying? We don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Most people would say it comes from environments, which myself and I would say LeBron James, not his sons, where LeBron James come from. we wasn't passed down anything. We didn't have anything. You understand me? And there wasn't nobody that was setting even a good example, so to speak. So most definitely shout out to LeBron James, shout out to Bronny James, shout out to that whole James gang. You understand me? Like I said, because from a business and a family standpoint, from a businessman and a family man, I think LeBron James is unmatched. I think in that sense, he's one of the best individuals to ever walk this earth, as far as I know it, and everything of that nature. Right now, yeah, well, we could get into some stats. We're not really getting into some stats. I'm not going to get into some stats because we know. But just to get into it, he averaged, Bronny James in college, he averaged a little under 5 points, 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, 2 assists. Okay. So, like I said, I personally, I don't think I ever answered the question. I personally don't think that talent-wise, he should be there. If I didn't answer that, I don't think he should be there. If his father wasn't LeBron James, I don't know if we would ever heard about Bronny James just based on his talent and skills and capabilities and his impact to the basketball world. I don't know if we would have ever heard of him. That's just my opinion. So I most definitely believe it's nepotism, but I most definitely believe that it's needed. I think it's overdue. As a black man and a black son, I think it is overdue. This is one of the reasons why I started to do this podcast with my son. Is because it was something that he was interested in long before I had any interest in the podcasting. When he was very young, it was something that I did not see, but he saw, and he would do it on his phone, just like we are. But he would do it on his phone. He would sneak in his room. He'd do it on his phone, and he was actually really good. And I was like, oh wow, I wish I would have had more belief and insight in him at the time, because we could be rich, we could be kicked up right now. But that's neither here nor there. So I most definitely believe it's nepotism. I most definitely believe I ain't gonna hate. Hey, give me more. Give me more black fathers passing down things to their black sons. The black family. Give me more. 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 I ain't gonna hate. I am gonna back it. I am gonna give not any and every, but any and every reason and cause that it is justified. You understand me? So for me, hey, call it what you want. Call it what you want. You know what I'm saying? But give me more. Give me more. Give me more. I would have loved to have seen Dwayne Wade's son. What's the oldest son name? But I was like, yeah, something like that. I would have loved to see Dwayne Wade's son in there. I can't wait to see Carmelo Anthony's son come to the league. I can't wait to see this Carmelo. Huh? He is tough. What's his name? Kion or something like that.
Yeah, Kion or something.
Yeah, he's actually, just like his father was in college, in high school, he's actually the better player out of all of the children, out of all of the sons. That kid is he nasty. He nasty. He really is. That's Carmelo Anthony. Zaire Wade is it's like Zay or not. No, that's what they call that kid. They're trying to find out.
I think it's Zaya.
Stop. They're trying to find out Dwayne Wade's oldest son name, and it is Zaire. Zaire. They say he's one, but Zaire is Zaire. But Zaire, I would have loved to have seen Zaire in the NBA. You understand, but that's also just goes to show you that once again, when we're talking about nepotism and we're talking about black men and black fathers and black children, even the individual of Dwayne Wade's caliber, still couldn't get his son, you know what I'm saying, in the NBA. And I'm sure if that was an option, he would be there. So what we hate on this nepotism that we hardly ever see in the black community, I think we need to check ourselves as black people, straight up and down on the real. You understand me? That's how we gonna stay behind. United we stand, divided we shall fall, without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? With us together, black people, there is nothing, there is no one, there is no group, there is no entity, there is nothing that can stop us. There is nothing that's more powerful than us. And all we have to do is glue together, unite together, and that would be an easy feat an easy feat to demonstrate. But as long as we're divided, it is easy to keep us that way. Free agency. You want to talk about anything? I really just wanted to kind of like dive into that.
Free agency in the NBA.
I mean, I'm just saying, I want to let people know that here we are on June 30th, and free agency just opened up 6 p.m. tonight. It's now 6:59 as we record.
Yeah, a lot of talks. Want to talk about the Warriors? I hope the Spurs do something. That's my team right now.
The Spurs?
Huh?
The Spurs
It's
team?
top 3, maybe 1.
Huh?
Top 3, maybe 1.
Okay. Say the young guys don't.
Like Spurs, I'm mad that we didn't get Rob Dillingham. What I'm really mad about. That's annoying. Spurs. I don't know why you did that. You got him just to trade him for 8th graders.
For who?
It's a problem for 8th graders. They traded Rod Dillingham for like a 2030 to 2031 pick.
Oh, shit, that's what I said for 8th grade.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, what is that?
I don't know. I didn't know this kid.
I remember him from Overtime Elite. I used to watch from Overtime Elite. They went to Kentucky. He balled out. He's cut. And they got rid of him for some 8th graders.
Yeah. Went to Donda Academy.
Yeah,
Kanye West shit.
He went to Donda for some. He went to Overtime Elite for some time. Went to Donda Academy for some time. Then went to Kentucky.
Okay. So like I said, I don't really know the young cats. I will get somewhat hip once they get into the NBA and they start making a name for themselves. I've never really been huge on college collegiate basketball, even when I was younger, and even when I had the opportunity myself potentially to go, that wasn't my thing. That's probably what hindered me. And like I said, I didn't have the black father. I didn't have a father to kind of like guide me, nudge me, lead me, or whatever it was that I needed to put me in the right direction. So, once again, I'm going to reiterate, black people, let's be careful. I understand. I don't consider it hate, even though it may come across that way. I know underlying it is hurt, but we need to be very careful with our emotions and how we let them out in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? I understand that we are hurt. We're not necessarily hating on LeBron James and Bronny James. We are hurt that we are in the same positions to do for our children and for our parents to do for us that way. So, but like the kid, he always go hit me. That's why another reason why I love what we're doing here, because it's a bonding experience, it's a learning experience, it's a growth experience. I promise you, I promise you that I'm gonna get the kid to add some intro and outro to these videos. We're gonna get an intro and outro. We're gonna give you something. I don't know if it's gonna be right here because I want to drop it.
He got it.
No, he got it. He can show me right now. He know how to do this stuff. That's what I've been asking him. He know how to do this stuff.
Basic technology. You're just getting up there in age.
Like I was trying to explain to him when I was interested in those type of things.
It's not about interest. It's like basic.
Like
it's like basic. Do. Basic.
Once he showed me this basic technology, I would catch on a little bit more, hopefully. But like I was telling him before,
he's getting out of touch.
When I was interested in this type of thing, it had to be formatted a certain way in the programs. It was a lot more complex than what he's telling me it is right now, and what I've seen other individuals starting to do was a lot more complex than that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just this cut and paste type of performance. You really had to know some things, had to have program, you had to have, like I said, what I said before, programming, formatting, it had to fit. Now it's not, doesn't seem that way. So we'll get back to you really so our goal is 2 times a week. I would love to give you a recording 2 times a week. You see, that's what I said. My goal, our goal.
2.
You see how you're looking at me. You see how I'm responding. 2 times a week is not a lot. It's actually ideal.
2 isn't bad.
It's actually ideal. And watch how many people start jacking.
You see, every time.
Watch how many people start jacking.
You think all the time.
Watch how many people start jacking and biting us and copying us 2 times a week. See how many people start dropping at least 2 times a week that aren't dropping 2 times a week right now. I guarantee you your money. But the party is here. You got to bring food here. 1337 Blast Ass. What? You got to bring the food there. Yeah. If you want to get paid, it's like
That OP reference.
yeah, the House Party 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing, not really.
I've watched House Party 3, just not enough to remember the quotes like that.
Not really quoting, but I'm paraphrasing for sure.
When he went to the Timberwolves, though, I'm not mad, too mad. He didn't go to the Spurs, but he ended up going to the Timberwolves, which is not bad.
Timberwolves,
Yeah, I like the Timberwolves. That's also in the top 3.
Point guard. They need a point guard.
Yeah.
Also, we have NFL. NFL training camps is coming up. You know what I'm saying? Starting mid-July, July 16th, 17th. I think the rookies are starting to report. The veterans come July 23rd, 24th. So we getting into there.
Whoa.
What?
Training.
Okay.
That's been started, though.
What do you mean?
That's been started. That's been like months.
Training camp or mini camps?
Maybe mini camp.
Mini camps.
But it's just like it's very similar.
They're similar, but this is training camp. This is mandatory training camp. Right? This is where they have to report. This is where we're actually getting very, very close to the season, and they're coming in. So yeah, they had some camp. They had some offensive script, offensive drills coming in. They most
a lot of ups for Jane Daniels. There's been a lot of great talks about him. A lot of good clips, but it is clips. It's practice, but I have a good feeling.
Good feeling for Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
I've seen Terry McLaurin. He was on ESPN. He did an interview, and he said, I don't know if you saw it.
I think I saw part of it.
He said, look forward to the Washington Commanders being a really good football team this year. He says that there's a lot of emphasis, like I've always said as well. And I'm not just saying this me, but he said a lot of emphasis being put on the small things. You know what I'm saying? Like repetition. You understand? Like seriously, it was just something.
Let me not say I don't know how we coach, but like just from hearing and seeing, better than Ron Rivera.
Oh yeah.
Also, I think Ron Rivera was a bum.
I didn't think he was a bum.
I think he's a bum.
I think he had a hard time
well, I'm not saying he's a bum because it is the NFL, but I don't think he shouldn't be a coach. Not a head coach in the league. Maybe if he can like go to a defensive coordinator role somewhere, possibly, but I don't know. But I think head coach is too much for him, really.
I liked Ron Rivera. I wish him all the best.
I do too, but I just don't think not for us though.
I don't know. I think now
hope he wins in a different table.
I think now we're starting to see with the Commanders, a team collectively that's there to win from top to bottom, and I don't think ego is kind of like playing a part in that right now. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody kind of are comfortable and know their position, and they know what it takes to win, and that ain't got shit to do with ego, man. It ain't got shit to do with ego. And I think under Daniel Snyder, as much as I love the hometown kid, the hometown guy, and Daniel Snyder, I think there was an ego and a power struggle that was there.
Don't say you love Daniel Snyder. Don't say that.
Like I said, I'm going to stand by.
Very questionable guy.
I've never said he wasn't questionable. I'm not talking about his morality. I'm talking about
definitely ego. He was trying to get draft picks in from the boat and stuff. That was awful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think where we are now, they understand what it takes to win, and that's a collective cohesive.
We're finally just building in general. We're finally building the right way. We hired some good guys, and I hope they're the right guys. They seem like the right guys. Yeah. Like it's finally like the people behind. It's finally not like why do you do that? Yeah. It's finally like it makes sense to the head. Like, it makes sense. Your first instinct, you're like, okay, that makes sense.
It doesn't seem like there's some nepotism.
What in the world are you doing? It's not like what in the world are you doing? It's like okay.
It doesn't
No,
seem like there's some nepotism and favoritism going on.
Like we're trying to bring in some of the people that are known to be good, the people from good teams, the people with the names out there that are other teams having impact instead of just who in the world is that guy and why is he here?
All right, sir. Close it out.
This has been the father and son,
This has been
Papa and Son Sports Podcast.
I'm Papa.
I'm Son.
And we out. Deuces.